Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have a Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is someone, or is an energy anyway, that is sort of understanding the past, right? Learning from the past so that we can better interact with our present, okay? This is someone who is trying to trace the long and winding road that they took to get here right now. Trying to find perhaps you see the long winding road in the background there. Trying to find perhaps a common theme, trying to perhaps understand sort of why we made certain decisions, right? Trying to maybe perceive where the forks in the road were, okay? So I think you're someone who lately has been considering the past maybe more than usual, okay? This is the card of the turning point, though, because at some point we have to take our gaze away from the past energy and then, of course, turn it forward and say, what did I learn in the past? Did I learn those lessons well enough? Do I understand those events, those circumstances, right? Well enough that I'm ready to apply those lessons now to the present in order to create the right future. Yeah. This is also someone that has a very strong practical wisdom. Like you're able to fix a lot of things, you know. You understand how things work. It's kind of as if if you see something once, or you learn it once, or someone shows you how to do something, you tend to pick it up really quickly, right? So I feel like you have a lot of resources at your disposal that we can draw upon to create the best outcome in your life and in this particular time of your life. All right, let's put this card into a little bit of context. So, all right, we're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. And we've got a Prince, a Prince and a Queen of Swords, a Five of Wands, that Ten of Pentacles, very nice. And look at that, a Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is this sort of urge to merge. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean romance, but it does mean that you are coming together with that which you are seeking, whether it is a person, a place, or a thing, or an idea, or a path, or a life, or whatever it is. And that's the central issue today, is that you're trying to merge with this thing, or person, or whatever. And I think that there's been difficulties in the past. Let's say that, okay. There seems to be some interference in your life right now from what I call the air sign person, right? Especially when there's a lot of air here. We've got these two air sign cards. One may be an Aquarius, one may be a Gemini. We've got some Virgo energy here as well. But I feel that there's something or someone that's kind of been interfering with your ability to merge properly with this thing that you're after. And it could be this relationship, it could be, it could be a friendship, it could be a professional relationship or anything like that, okay? As part of your overall sort of Ten of Pentacles, best life ever, right? Leo, if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments, okay? Let's finish up. Let's put the rest of our cards on the table. We've got a Ten of Swords, another court card, Princess of Swords. And there's another Aquarius energy. There's the Star card. And the Moon card. Okay. All right. The Moon card at the end, to me, it's the card of a very important transition. Okay. I think after this point in your life, we'll never be the same. And I think all we really know is that we want to merge with this thing, this person, this job, this life, this love. There is this desire in you to really connect with this thing, okay, or person or whatever. And I think that really that's all that sort of matters right now. I think the future beyond that is still kind of open-ended, you know? That it's kind of like we know we want this, but beyond this, we're not really sure. It's like we haven't really planned out that far. And that's okay. We don't always need to, right? Because this, if this union does take place, and this changes your life forever, we're going to be sort of thinking differently. Life is going to have a lot of different possibilities. It's not something that we really should be planning now. But I do think that we need to at least have a conversation about kind of what comes after this, okay? Because it really could be that this is part of the reason, part of the blockage of getting really merged or united with this thing is that there's a part of you that might be a little bit scared or nervous about sort of what comes after. It's kind of like all we know is that we really want this thing, but have we thought about what that really means and what life will be like afterwards? And how life's going to be different and how we're going to have to adapt, and does it really make sense for us to have this? If it's a relationship, if it's that job, if it's that aspiration, if it is this dream that you wish to manifest, or we have to ask ourselves too, why are we so drawn to this? Right? Is this maybe, I mean, this could be literally anything or anybody, right? That you just sort of are, I feel like you're very intensely focused on this person, place, or thing. Okay? And it might be a representative of something different, or it could be this real urge to merge with this person, or this job, or this maybe location, or a living situation or something. But I think with the appearance of all of these air cards, we really have to ask, what is our motivation? And let's sort of plan some of the aftermath, right? Because the Moon card really is it's a definite change happening in your life. But it's one through which we can't really see how it's going to unfold. It's kind of a dark, scary forest, right? We know we're going to be entering into it, but we don't know how we're going to come through it or what it's going to be like. Okay, once we do kind of have this merge, let's say. Anyway, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it here. And cheer or fear, Belschnickel is here. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us our confirmation. All right. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments. Yeah. Let's take a look around the room and then we'll get into it. Leo, we've got over here, no major arcana energies. Okay. But then on the path of the dove, we have 1, 2 major arcana energies. And you'll have to forgive me if I occasionally hit the cough button today. As you can tell, I'm a little bit under the weather still. I've got this hoarseness and I got a bad cough and a chest cold and things. So I'm fine, but it's just kind of annoying. Anyway, the star and the moon card are kind of different, right? Because it is the star that we really want to see. But when we're in this dark, scary forest, sometimes there's cloud cover. Sometimes the canopy of the forest prevents us from really seeing our star, right? And I think that's why the star is in the obstacle position. It's difficult for you to see the star right now. All you know is that you feel this, and you want this desperately. This is the only water energy in the reading, right? We've got our two majors. We don't have any fire. We've got this little bit of water. Oh, wait, oh, no, we do have fire. Back here. Back here was the fire. Okay, my mistake. But it's in the past, okay? And I think that this is really representative of or perhaps not a struggle, but the struggle, right? And it's the difficulty of life, I think, that is contrasted with our water energy. We have fire and we have water. And we've got air, 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 air. And we've got our two earth cards, okay? So I think the mind right here is kind of we're sort of two minds with our prince, right? The Prince of Swords is an Aquarius energy, very much connected with our star card, both Aquarius energies. In this case, it kind of feels like we're not really sure. We're not really sure about what our destiny, what our fate really is. We can't quite see the star energy that we need. We can't see that guidance at the moment. And so we kind of are on the fence about something, and maybe we're teetering between, it's kind of like a love and hate, too, right? This is really literally the card of love, and this is the card of fighting. Okay? This could be a relationship that you're already in. It could be that there has been in the past a lot of aggravation, right? A lot of stress, a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing. But we're sort of on the fence because we really want to merge with this person and be in this situation, whether it's a work thing, a creative, spiritual thing, or a romantic thing. Right? Love takes many forms. It's just this urging that we feel to be part of something, be with something, or to connect or unite with something. Okay? It doesn't have to be sexual or romantic in any way, but it could be, of course. And so I feel that there is this split in you. And maybe we're just not sure if it's worth all the fighting, and it's hard for us to reconcile, well, if it's really meant to be, why are we fighting all the time, right? If we're really meant to be, how come there's been so much struggle along the way, right? Especially when our Queen of Pentacles is looking back at that Five of Wands. And so what this tells me is that you're looking at the past and thinking, it's been a real challenge to try to get this thing done, this union. And maybe this is a business deal. Maybe this is a relationship. Maybe this is, buying the house or something, right? See, it doesn't have to be about a person, okay? There's been so much struggle. It's just been a fight the whole way. That now, in our mind, we're of these two minds. This is double air energy. We're kind of not sure, because it just feels like if this was meant to be, why has it been such a struggle? Right? And that's kind of what we tend to tell ourselves, or ask ourselves, or ask God, goddess, deity, whatever. Why? Why is it so difficult to get this done if I'm meant to do it? Why all the friction? Right? Why all the delay? Why all the obstacles? And this is kind of that, well, all of the air cards are us sort of asking that question. But I do feel, because we have so many core cards, I do feel there's another person here. And I don't know if it's the person you're trying to unite with, or if there's somebody else that's interfering with the union, with the contract, with the job, with the house. Okay? Because it feels as if they're sort of everywhere, right? They're on your mind. They're affecting things sort of covertly. Underneath the surface, here they are lurking. And just front and center in your environment, every time you look around, there they are again. So I feel like you're seeing this person everywhere. And maybe it truly is somebody that is intentionally or not blocking this merge, blocking this union. Okay. Now all the court cards together as a group, this tells me that there's definitely one or more people, directly involved in this, like literally, like really directly, someone that you probably see like every day, right? Individually, they represent your, some states of mind. In this case, states of mind for you. And the Queen of Swords underneath everything is this state of mind that really is trying to be as objective as possible. Trying to look beyond our passion, really, because this is fire and water together, right? And that's creating a lot of this air. So I feel there's a lot of passion here. All the steam that's created from the fire and water. I feel like this is a very intense situation. And yeah, maybe it's a lover. Maybe it's a romantic thing. A marriage, a spouse, a partner. Maybe it's a friend. But I feel like there is a lot of love there, but there's also a lot of contention. This card is trying to rise above the tumultuous energy and really trying to look at things objectively. Trying to say, that was the past, this is now, this is the future. How does it flow together? How can I make this river flow properly? Trying to rise above all the feelings, that turbulent water, It's hard to get a good vantage point, a good perspective on where you are. If you're just at sea and the swells, right? You're just, the swells are just crazy, right? It's hard to really see where you are, So we're trying to back up a little bit, and maybe you're taking a literal break from this thing. Or you're trying to just say, okay, aside from how I feel, what is the logical sequence of this? How does this really all fit together? And does this really make sense? Is this really a situation that's going to bring me to my best life? Okay, because I think that with the Ten of Pentacles, this is what you're really trying to look at. It's the Queen of Swords is trying to rise up and get that bird's eye view and look at the destination and see how this could be part of it rather than this. How we can have more love in our life rather than more fighting, more struggle, more strife. Okay. But the Queen is also one, all the queens are looking at the past. They have a tendency to draw upon past experience and apply it to the future, to the present and the future, right? So, in some ways, the Queen of Swords is saying, well, look, if it's been a lot of fire, Five of Wands in the past, chances are this is going to continue into the future no matter what, that this is always going to be there. Okay. And it's sort of the same thing with the Queen of Pentacles. Looking at that past and thinking everything that you have now, you've had to fight to get, right? Nothing was handed to you, Leo, am I right? That you've had to really work hard and fight for everything that you've wanted. And or everything that you deserve, or you've earned it, basically, right? You've earned it. And so the Queen of Swords is kind of thinking, it's just going to be more of the same. You're going to have to fight, and does that encourage you or discourage you, right? Because maybe it's a way of saying, look, it's going to be hard and difficult and challenging, but it also means that it's probably part of your destiny, because you've always had to fight and really earn what you have. Yeah. And so maybe this is par for the course. Or you're thinking, okay, well, this must still be meant for me. So that fact, that realization, is a way of us sort of catching a glimpse of that star and thinking, okay, I'm still right on track. Yeah. Because this is what the Queen of Swords is really trying to do, is look at the path, make sure we're still freaking on it, because we're getting to that Ten of Pentacles, best life ever. Your idea of wealth. What does wealth mean to you? In your case, I think wealth is a lot of love. I think it is a lot of ambition, a lot of striving, a lot of hard work, but a lot of loving too. A lot of union, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but you have this urge to merge with that Two of Cups. What are you trying to merge with, or who? Who or what? And we don't really need to ask ourselves why we feel so compelled to unite with that thing. Because I feel like you can already see that it's going to improve your life. It seems like it's going to make things a lot better. Yeah. It's going to add to our richness in life. Yeah. And maybe it is the primary thing that you see right now, maybe it seems like the only thing right now that's going to really lead to your best life. Your idea of success and wealth is going to be to get this thing, to unite with that. That's the path up this way. And again, this could be that house. It could be that friend. It could be platonic. It could be romantic. It could be spiritual love. But we need this thing, you know. And this could be an idea, a principle. It could be a mentor. It could be a leader in your life. It could be definitely a spiritual thing. It could be a romantic partner. It could be hobbies, or it could be some sort of a passion project. But I still am curious about where this interference is coming from, and I don't want to ignore that. But I kind of want to say it's an Aquarius person. I don't mean to throw Aquarius under the bus. But we've got, we sort of have the double Aquarius energies here. And so that Ten of Pentacles becomes your highest ideal of perfection, of a life that has everything it needs. Glued together, of course, by love, by this merging, right? And maybe this is literally an acquisition in business, or a merger in business. It could be. It could be two lives merging together. It could be two souls merging together. It could be that you discovered your sort of passion, like you really want to go into fire service, and you just have this. It's almost an obsession, right? We just need to be in there and be part of it, and just be like, and just absorb it all. Yeah. It could be a creative endeavor. And that's the Two of Cups. But on the path of the Serpent, now we got to talk about this stuff. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I promise I don't always sound like this. It's free to subscribe, and it supports the channel. And I appreciate that. So we've got our Ten of Swords here as your general energy. This is, I think, you trying to see the plan from that bird's eye view. Yeah. But it's also seeing sort of the obstacle in your way, which seems to be this other air energy here. It's as if you're trying to get what you really desire in life, what your heart really, your whole soul and spirit really wants to merge with. But there's something blocking it, or someone blocking it. I wonder if there's someone in your life, if there's someone in your life that is seems like they're trying to prevent you. They're trying to ruin this for you. Okay? Maybe it's a so-called friend or family member, coworker. Maybe it is some sort of interference. If it's two businesses trying to merge together, maybe there's one member of the board that really isn't on board, and trying to throw a wrench in the situation. Because the Ten of Swords is the card of ruin. Okay? And this is your general energy. You kind of feel as if this whole thing is being ruined, is sort of crumbling down. That the plans are just not going to blossom, not going to materialize. You look at these two cards together, which one would you prefer? Well, there's a lot of meat on the bones here. This is just bones, right? This is a fish, a very plump fish. This is nothing. It's been desiccated. Nothing is there. All the nutrition has been sucked from this. This is dry, this is big, fat, and juicy, right? this is the life we want, but not the desiccated life that's been it's been drained of all of its love, essentially, right? And so I think that there's this perception that there is this person. I think it's one person, but we got the queen, prince, and princess. Maybe there's a whole group of people that you feel are sort of blocking this this path for you. Okay. The Princess of Swords in the environment. This seems to be you trying to do your very best despite the interference or the blockage. This seems to be us trying to figure out, okay, if we get this merger, if we unite in this way, what is going to be coming next? How am I going to get this thing? And then what's going to happen? So this really becomes the card of us asking questions. And the more questions we ask, of course, the more questions we have, right? Questions just sort of beget questions. And so there needs to be a reliance upon that star energy. And I think that this really is a big factor here in this path for you, is being able to see and recognize your path in this, your North Star, being guided by your divine light, your path, your destiny, seeing how it may be leading you in this way. If you feel this intense urge to unite with this thing, that is your true self speaking to you. Okay? All the trouble we're having is just sort of human involvement in that divine path. Okay? And us humans always going to muck stuff up, right? So it's other people, it's our overthinking, it's our kind of questioning that Two of Cups, that, sort of driving force, and that desire, that urge to merge, So we start questioning that, and we start noticing all the obstacles in our way. Yeah. Reminds me of that song, Amazing Grace, right? So we have to perceive this as clearly as possible. And we'll see the obstacles in our way, right? And I think we'll be able to understand how to circumvent those obstacles. And if this is truly something that you feel this yearning for, this urge to merge, then that Five of Wands back here becomes exactly what we need. This is that fight, right? This is that power that you have. You can turn up the heat. If you want this terribly, terribly, terribly bad, and there are obstacles, there is interference, there is some sort of, I don't know if it's sabotage or what you want to call it, coming from this other person or this group of people, you're going to have to turn up the heat and you're going to have to work harder. And that's okay. You're not a stranger to that. Okay. This is, in some ways, this is the card of our investigations. This is the card of us out kind of, in some ways, it's almost like this is us playing dumb a little bit, that we're not revealing our hand, that we're playing a little bit naive in order to draw out the other energy. We're sort of dimming our light a little bit here, and we're just acting like we don't know what's going on, right? In order to, it's a bit of strategy, yeah, in order to sort of draw out the other person, or the other party, or the other energy. So this is that kind of investigative strategy. It's like just you kind of say, well, explain it to me like I'm 5, and we just we don't reveal what we know right now. Does that make sense to you? Don't reveal what you know. This card is also talking about that moon card at the end. Because this is that brave part of you that has to take this step, unite with this thing, despite the challenges, the obstacles, and maybe the obstacles, because it's air energy, maybe those obstacles are of a more sort of intellectual nature. Maybe it's more about criticism. Maybe it's more about some naysayers in your life. Maybe it's more about other people's opinions, right? And so, and this could be coming from really close friends, family members, right? I think we have to overcome that social opposition. Other people don't have to believe what you're doing or agree with you or share your desire, your urge to merge. They may say, you want to do what? You're an idiot. You know, those people don't matter. And they represent a very small few that maybe their opinion at one time meant a lot to you. I don't think it does so much anymore. So with this card, we have to be willing to accept that reality. That, oh, okay, there are people in my life that are supposed to be close with me, that are supposed to want my best interest, that are supposed to want me to get to my best life, that seem to be maybe very passive-aggressively telling me that what I'm doing is foolish, or what I'm doing is ridiculous, or they have some sort of opinion about it. Well, what you've got to do is cross that threshold, being guided by your star. Don't be guided by the social, the social opinions at this time, right? Because this moon card is a definite change. You're about to cross this threshold. We don't know exactly what the future is going to be like. But you do know that you feel compelled by your very soul to unite with this. Okay? Even against the sort of critical opinions of others, you still want it. Okay? So don't let those social opinions kind of slow you down or cause you too much second thought. We're going to be crossing this threshold. I feel like this is really, really big. I feel like your life's not going to be the same after this. And for one, I think you're going to know who your friends are, right? Because it doesn't seem like there are certain people around you are supporting you right now. Then you expect them to be, but they're not, right? Well, let's look at our mystery card. Cheer or fear. Belschnickel is here. Of course, I want to see the unfolding of the water energy. I want to see a lot of beautiful water. Maybe it's going to be a lover's card, showing the actual union, the commitment. I don't care what anybody says. This is that union. We're in it together kind of thing. That's what I'd like to see, honestly. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see. Oh, it's a 9 of Pentacles. Oh, that's very, very good. This is you living your best life. Look at you out here. Look at you. You got your pets, your plants, your people around here somewhere. This is you in your best life, not a care in the world. Those naysayers, those critics from before, where are they now? You're here living lavish. Yeah. This is a strong confirmation. This is saying that you are doing this thing. You are going after this. You are merging with this thing. And it is going to be probably the best decision you've ever made. You've got to resist those naysayers. And you're going to have to really fight and work hard and earn it and gain the success through this. And you're going to have to be brave and very courageous going into the unknown. You're doing something big. You're doing something that you've never done before, something that your friends or family or whoever, they've never done before. So they're looking at you like you're being a complete fool, right? Well, this says otherwise. Yeah, I like this. Now we're going to do an extended reading if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Leo Tuesday and Saturday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you.